Hello folks, my name is Steve and I have a dog, Idaho Shaggy named Abby, and we travel around the countryside. Last March of 2024 I bought a 2017 Airstream trailer. Had about a little over $50,000 of options and upgrades done to it. Pretty happy with it. I just wanted to kind of talk to people that have Airstreams. I had 500 watts of solar put on here. I had a 2500 watt generator put underneath the chassis, and I've had the chassis raised. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 inches, which actually it's very stable when I drive it. I pull this thing with a Ford F350, a 2022. Pulls it very well. The other things that I had those 450 watt lithium batteries. Those things are almost $5,000 a piece, and 2 of them, and then a 3,000 watt converter, which really does me well. Last summer I went up to Alaska, and we spent 3 months up there and had absolutely no issues at all. We were just all over the place up there. 90% of what I did was boondocking, no shore power. Relied on the generator, which is propane fueled, and the solar power, and everything seemed to be working just fine. I don't know that much about solar, but if you have 500 watts, you can't get 500 watts out of it. The most I was able to get was 300. I think it was 299, 300, something in that. But that's just the way the system works, and that's fine. Also had Starlink put on the system too, which is actually connected to the top of the trailer. I don't have the portable one. I didn't want that. I love it up there. I've never had no problems under trees, around whatever, mountains. It always finds a satellite. It automatically adjusts to finding the satellite. And it works absolutely fantastic. For $160 a month, to me that's well worth it, and especially the areas that I was going to too. So I'm pretty happy with everything. The folks at Airstream, Spokane, Airstream Adventures, did all the work for me. And I know it was a trial and error for some of this stuff for them too, but they made everything right with me, and I'm very happy. Mike Gamble and the guys there, I just want to tell you thank you for doing, you guys did a good job. They backed all their stuff up, warrantied it all. Had any issues, they always prioritized me when I came in. Absolutely no problems. And then behind me I have the Victron screen there that kind of monitors solar power, generator, shore power. Fantastic. I only know how to use about 1/10 of that thing. I'm reading more and more about it, but it sure does a lot. When the system is pretty intelligent as well, when it's connected to shore power, it will not operate with the solar power. Once I cut the solar power off and put it in generator mode, or just disconnect the shore power, it works just fine. So it's definitely been a trial and error, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed testing it and using it to its potential. I'm curious if anyone else out there has an Airstream that they've upgraded as I did with mine, and how they like it. Is there anything they would do different? Any recommendations for myself as far as what direction I should go with it? I was thinking about putting another at least 100 watts of solar on top. I'm not sure it's worth it or not. I can't remember what the exact cost was. It wasn't real cheap. I think it was about $500 per panel, something in that area. But again, for me, it was well worth it. I really enjoy it up in Alaska, being able to be self-efficient, boondocking. I think that had a lot of value to me. The model that I have is the Airstream Flying Cloud. It's 30 foot. And like I said, I pull it with a 2022 truck, a Ford F350, so there's no problem there. This summer, I'd like to go up to maybe the Northern Territories, up by Canada and Alaska, and spend some time up there. The only thing I found in Alaska when I was up there, I was stationed up in Kodiak, Alaska too, for many years as a search and rescue pilot. But sometimes you get into these little towns and propane is just not available, and if it is, it was unbelievable the cost of it. So, but also I don't want to carry too much because of the weight. It really weighs my truck, and it weighs this thing down as much. So that's kind of nice where that solar comes in too. It can take some of that load away from the propane and from the generator. Um, Overall, I think I'm very, very happy with it. Lots of customization, but very, very, very happy with the way it was done and how I was treated, and the had like I've said before, I had no issues with this thing so far. That was the scariest thing, is being 1,000 miles, a couple thousand miles from nowhere, and if something went wrong, what was I going to do? Heater works good. And this one here's got the furnace, and then it's got the 2 air conditioning heating systems on board. Never used the one, just the one in the back, the heater and the air conditioner in the back. On the roof was the only one I use. It's 15,000 BTUs, I believe, but it's been very efficient. The one thing I wanted to mention on my 30-foot Airstream was in the rear, I had bunk beds. I had Airstream take them out and build me a desk back there, which I have a Brother laser printer, a 43-inch monitor, and a 35-inch monitor. Plus I have a little Amazon TV thing back there too. So it's definitely was worth having that completed. That's my office on the road. Absolutely enjoy it. Anyway, folks, I think that's it now. I appreciate you watching. If you got any input, comments, please let me know. I definitely enjoy it and want to utilize it more to the fullest, and hopefully people can give me some good ideas and some good directions with this thing, and maybe something I should have that I don't have. Anyway, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please subscribe.